Hello, my name is Asatsu5, and this is a review over the Rajah 3. This is the little brother of the Rajah 1 and 2. It's a folding kukri blade, and it is an awesome cuttle, chopper, slasher, you name it, it can do it. It's even surprisingly a good thrusting knife, as you saw with my thrusting test with the empty water bottle. Just to get some stats out of the way, it's weighs about 4.4 ounces, 4 millimeter thick spine, 3.5 inch blade, which I would have to measure, but I don't know if they're counting this part or not. Yeah, I guess that could actually be a 3.5 inch cutting surface. I'll have to measure it. But anyways, and it has a 3 3/8 inch overall length. The blade is Osate steel, and it's a full flat ground blade, which makes it an awesome cuttle again. It has the triad lock, which some people have already noticed, and it's something we had to go through as well, that some triad locks have like a break-in period. This break-in period wasn't near as long in this knife than it was with the Cold Steel AK-47. And what I mean that it has a break-in period, some triad locks, if you open them up real nice and slow, they get stuck, and you can't press down the lock, which I can obviously do that with this one, but you can't press down this lock, and it's like a fixed blade, and so you really have to kind of use two hands to bear down on it and to close it. And if you open this thing up playing with it like 10 times a day for about 3 days, you'll have it broke in. If you open it up like maybe once a day for 2 or 3 weeks, it'll be broken. It's not a long break-in period, and usually if you sling it open real fast, it won't do that. But that is something I've noticed with the triad locks. Also, this is a waved knife. It's not the best wave knife I've ever used. It's certainly not as good as the Cold Steel AK-47. And I think one of the main purposes of that is that it's hard to get out of your pocket because it has a smooth Gorvery handle. I think if they textured this Gorvery up a little bit better, you can grasp it a little bit better, and you'll be able to pull it out with a lot more ease. This handle is slick, but they do have a very nice finger choil right here, and that's the only thing keeping your hand from slipping forward and cutting your fingers, is that finger choil. In my experience, this finger choil has been more than enough to keep my fingers from slipping forward. There is no jimping on it whatsoever anywhere, and it is ambidextrous, and when it comes to you with 2 pocket clips, left-handed or right-handed carry, and the thumb stud or disc or whatever you want to call it, the wave, is also ambidextrous. If you look at it, it's overlapping both sides of the blade, so you can get to it with either hand, which is good for lefties. I'm not a lefty, but that's always good to have an ambidextrous knife in case you need to open it with one hand if you happen to break the other or something. And in a combat situation, and this isn't a combat knife, but I'm just saying in a combat situation or self-defense situation, you might have one messed up limb. One arm might be broken, and you might have to use your offhand. But overall, I think this makes a good utility knife. You put your rope right here in this curve, and you pull, it cuts it. If you have a zip tie on something, you can just pop it off. And I really like this knife. It's a really good cuttle. Something I have noticed that I don't know if this is just me, but this is the first time I've ever had Osate do this to me. Just carrying it in my pocket, like the first 2 weeks, I started getting a little bit of surface rust. It wasn't a really big deal, got some oil, wiped it off, wiped it down real good, and it doesn't look like it has progressed at all. But I haven't really had this knife for a while, and it was just kind of in my pocket. I don't know if it's perspiration or what, but it just started getting surface rust on it, and I don't know if you can see it. There's a little stain right there from use. There's a little bit of surface rust right there. I think you might be able to see it if the light hits it just right. And then there's a little bit right here towards the tang, but that's just something that happened. From a distance you don't really notice it. And that's it. That is the Cold Steel Rajah. It is folding, a 3.5-inch folding kukri blade shape, and it is awesome. It's a great cuttle, and I think you'll enjoy it. One more thing before I turn the camera off. This is the Rajah 3 Triad Lock All-State Steel, and you get all of this for around $47. That's a fairly affordable price for a tactical photo, which I don't know if you'll consider this a tactical photo, but some people might, because it has a triad lock and the kukri blade shape. But that's a pretty good price for as strong of a knife you have right here. The triad lock is by far the best lock I've ever handled in my life. As far as folding blades go, I don't even know if the butterfly knife can be as strong as this. I really don't know, but there was no play left, right, up and down, or side to side at all. There was no play whatsoever, and I'm pretty sure I could stab this in the wall and do pull-ups on it. I'm Asatsu5. I hope you enjoyed this review. I am out.